Deborah from Kitchen Witchin Tarot, and I'm here to do your Yuletide reading. Ooh. So Yule is all about the return of the light. It is the longest night, but from then on, the light then grows. So that will be lovely. We all need a bit of light at the moment in these very strange and weird times. Okay, so as always, I always start my readings with a goddess card, and the goddess card I drew for you is Cordelia, who is the Celtic fairy goddess. And she's really talking about getting out, going outside, connecting with nature. You might have been spending a bit too much time indoors. Go outside and get some fresh air. She is very much about being out and about. So that, when I look at your reading in front of me, kind of resonates, and you may see that as we go along. So the first card I drew for you was around the area of what needs to be brought to completion or purged before the end of the year. And I drew for you the Six of Swords. So it felt a lot like you need to be letting go of the old now. You need to be letting go and releasing some of the baggage that is kind of really weighing you down. And you'll know what area that is for you. There needs to be transition and there needs to be change in order for you to sort of move forward in your life. And it feels like maybe you felt quite stuck this year. But it also feels with the Six of Swords, it's like you've done a lot of processing, you've done a lot of healing in that time. You've had the Three of Swords in there, which is all about heartbreak in some way, and the Four of Swords, which is all about healing. So there's a recognition of the work that you've already done. But there needs to be a letting go of the old now. And the hope that can kind of help carry you through this process is the Chariot, which is a lovely card to get as a hopeful card. So there's a willpower within you, and I know you Taurians, you are very willful. So there's a willpower for you to succeed. This is your hope, that you have that in you. You are a very determined sign, and this is a very determined card. It was also a kind of a nod towards being quite mindful of the movement you're doing. So maybe that's movement in your body, so through walking and dancing and yoga and tai chi or whatever the way you move your body, that actually this will actually help carry you through as well. So maybe a bit more mindful about how you're moving your body at this time. But it could also be quite literally physical movement, so travel. Obviously everyone is different. This is a collective reading, so take what resonates for you there. And fundamentally, I think with the Chariot is that you just have to have faith and hope, because this is the hope card, is that things are and will change. So whatever you're feeling right now, however stagnant, however stuck you are feeling, remember that you have that determination and that willpower to succeed within you, and that will come up again. Don't you worry. And then I looked at what the main influence or energies to work with in the coming new year for you as a collective. And I got the Seven of Wands. So I can see you've had a hard time because this is the card of perseverance. And obviously that energy still needs to be around for you. But their feeling with this card is there is a movement from finding out what your authentic truth is to stepping into your power. And I think 2022 certainly feels like that could be happening for you, Taurus. Definitely got that kind of standing in your power thing. I know, I mean, the Seven of Swords will tell me that the difficulties have been, feel endless maybe at times. One of the things I'd say, because this is the influences or energies that you can use in the new year, is this card often talks to me about being part of something bigger. So being part of a cause, you know, having a righteous passion for something. So it may be that it would help you to get really involved with something that you feel very passionate about and that you feel like you want to change within your world, the world, someone else's world. But getting really kind of involved in some form of cause will actually help you move through and maybe let go some of this energy that we discussed before. I then asked what sleeps within you when then begins to awake at Yule. And I drew the moon, which was very ambiguous. I was a bit like, okay, because obviously the moon is quite a sleepy energy, but it's also about the subconscious and all those kind of shadows within ourselves that maybe we're not ready or willing to look at a certain time. I was a bit confused, so I drew another card, and the card that I drew was the Lovers. So it feels like, well, there's two ways of reading this, that what's sleeping in you is your either inability or non-readiness to look at your connection to how you love in relationships, and that's been sleeping, and then that will start to become something that you need to look at in order to move yourself forward to, and let go of as well. Let go of the attachments to what you think love, romance is. Equally, if it's not that, if it's not around relationships, it can be a connection to an imbalance of the masculine and feminine within ourselves. So again, not being, while it sleeps, is not being able to really look at that stuff because it's asleep, but it will start to stir, it will start to kind of niggle at you as, why am I feeling so out of balance? Am I being too masculine and being really solution focused? Or am I being too feminine and getting too caught up in just the process? It's kind of about, looking at where you can balance that out and then letting go of the things that don't serve you anymore. Because as we get older, we change, our needs, our wants change, but we still have our old narratives. So it's a bit of a time for you to start to look at all of that. And then I asked what is to be reborn in you after Yule, and I got the Three of Cups. Ooh, we love the Three of Cups. So a feeling of really connecting with others. And again, that kind of goes into getting involved with a bigger cause, getting, kind of getting your protest signs out, but something that's bigger than you, it feels like. But equally, it could just be reconnecting with friends, having a bit more fun, having 3 more parties. It's a 3 cups, so it might be 3 friends, or it might be a big load of friends. But it's certainly a really lovely card, because maybe you're feeling a bit stagnant, maybe because of all the stuff that's going on within your internal world and external world, actually. You haven't felt like you really wanted to get out and connect with people, but it feels like it's a real newness, a real freshness, like new friends, new ways of being, new ways of kind of living. And then I asked for a blessing from your guides and your ancestors and your spirit, whatever that means to you. And really, really lovely, you got the 9 of Cups. So what is it that you wish? Spirit gives you a wish. I give you a wish now. Here you are. Have you got it? Take a bit of time, think about it, because Spirit's on side here. It's saying, I want to help you out. I see you, Taurus. I see the work you're doing, and I want to help you out. So make a wish, and you're certainly got a blessing from Spirit there, which is really bloody lovely. I then drew a crystal card for you, so a crystal that might be able to help you through any of this stuff. And I'm not sure I'm going to say this right. This is diopside, which is spelled D-I-O-P-S-I-D-E. And this says, you have a strong passion about the planet. Use it to do good. And that's interesting because Cordelia is the goddess Cordelia, which is the goddess I drew for you. It's very much about the planet. It's very much about getting involved and helping the planet, and being out in nature and being really present to nature. And remembering that humans aren't above nature, we are just part of that. And equally, that 7 of Wands, where it's like getting involved in a cause. So maybe it's something environmental to get involved in. And then, I'm going to need my glasses for this last one, I drew a yoga card for you. And actually, you got a meditation. So the meditation is the eye circle meditation. And you can do this by lying comfortably back on your back and imagine that you're looking at the face of a huge clock. Keeping your head still, look up as far as you can at the number 12. Slowly rotate your eyes clockwise 360 degrees, pausing at each number and really stretching your eye muscles. And then you can repeat that in a counterclockwise fashion, and you can do that both sides. And then once you've done that, rub your palms together vigorously and place them lightly over your closed eyes. And just spend some moments breathing slowly and deeply. And then just sitting quietly and meditating on the following thought. I see clearly and I see what is true. And I would say with this reading, it feels like I can't quite get through what it is that you need to let go of. So it may be that you don't know as well. So this is a good meditation to do for that. And you can look these up on online or on YouTube. It's the eye circle meditation. And the benefits of this meditation, it soothes the eyes, refreshes the entire nervous system, simultaneously activates all areas of the brain and relieves tension in the upper body. This eye exercise is also something that I teach in my mindfulness classes to calm the vagal nerve as well. So it has a real connection with your nervous system if you are feeling very anxious at the moment. So it's a good one to do. All right then there, Taurus. I bloody loves yous, I do's. I am wishing you a very happy Yule. I hope that the blessings of this reading come through for you. And remember to make a wish. You are blessed. All my details are down below if you'd like a personal reading. And also my Etsy shop, which has all my lovely handmade smellies, cosmetics and natural remedies. And that's about it. And hopefully I'll see you all in 2022. Mwah! I love you. Goodbye.